Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here, and welcome to another episode of Wizard Watch, the weekly show where we break down the top 5 moments in no particular order from this week's episode of Raw. And we got to start off with Seth freaking Rollins. What is he wearing? What was he wearing? Those boots, those big red boots. Now I know, of course, they're the MSCHF viral red boots that have been doing the rounds on social media. And let's face it, if there's anybody that can pull off wearing those boots, it's Seth freaking Rollins. And he even curb stomped Miz. Of course, he appeared on Miz TV in a very brief segment. Curb stomped the Miz with them boots on. I mean, if that doesn't bring a smile to your face, I don't know what does. Now, things did get a bit more serious. Of course, Austin Theory came out and attacked Seth Rollins later on Miz TV. Of course, he's a bit sick and tired of Seth Rollins coming after his United States title. Do I think that Theory's going to lose at the Elimination Chamber? No, I'd love Seth freaking Rollins to win, mainly because he's just so ridiculously over and he's just awesome in general. But I do think this has planted the seeds for Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. I truly believe that will be the match. Whether it's going to be with the US title or not, we'll have to wait and see. Now, moving on to the next moment, we got to talk about the Brock Lesnar Bobby Lashley contract signing. There's something about this feud that I dig. And it's funny because we've been calling for this matchup since 2006, and now we're getting the third matchup between the two of them before WrestleMania. And it's a breath of fresh air. I absolutely love it. Bobby Lashley is definitely coming off as the heel in this feud. I know they're both listed as baby faces, but the fans are definitely siding with Brock Lesnar. And the moment that Bobby Lashley speared Brock Lesnar, I went, okay, right, that is Brock Lesnar winning for sure at the Elimination Chamber. Typical sort of reverse booking from WWE. So I wouldn't be surprised, and I would not be surprised if we see the reformation, hopefully, fingers crossed and toes, that we see the Hurt Business come back together at some point. Now, moving on, there's a bit of Cody Rhodes here in this segment. We got an amazing promo between Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn. And I kind of get the feeling that they want you to believe this matchup could happen between Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. But the reality is we're likely to get Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes as planned for both the belts. But stranger things have happened and they are teasing it. You know, they're not ignoring it, which I like. It's good booking from WWE. So could Sami Zayn do the unthinkable at the Elimination Chamber and defeat Roman Reigns? Now, this wasn't the end for Cody Rhodes. We had Baron Corbin, of all people, basically dissing Cody Rhodes, saying that after 8 months, he doesn't deserve to be on the grandest stage of them all, taking out Roman, because Baron Corbin was the last person to pin Roman Reigns clean. And I love when they address that. They bring up past history, and it's very true. I pray things move forward more positively for Baron Corbin, but it didn't look good for the short term because Cody Rhodes, not even in wrestling gear, disposed of Baron Corbin. Are we going to get broke-ass Corbin again? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. I hope so, because I dig that character. Now, moving on to a triple threat match, which was very random, that came about through Bayley and Becky just moaning again, really, at each other's throats. No surprise there. And the stipulation was given that Bianca Belair and those two would fight in a triple threat match, and the winner of that match would get entered into the Elimination Chamber. But the only problem was Bianca won, so neither Becky or Bayley are going to be in the Elimination Chamber. Now, thinking a little bit outside the box, you got to think, what is going to happen with Becky and Bayley moving forward into WrestleMania? What about this? What about Lita? She's already returned, right? Even if it was just for the one show. And Trish Stratus, I know this is a massively fantasy booking, and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control at WrestleMania. What do you think about that? Now, moving on to my final top pick from tonight's show. I did enjoy, I must admit, the Judgment Day versus the Street Profits. And it makes sense because the Judgment Day want to take out Montez Ford because, of course, Damian Priest is in the Elimination Chamber. So they want to get the advantage. And it was a decent match. It was kind of predictable. We knew the Judgment Day would go over. But what we didn't know is we were going to see Beth Phoenix and Edge try and interfere, of course, at the end of the match. And Rhea Ripley got one up on Beth Phoenix. She took out Beth Phoenix, and this all but really confirms reverse WWE booking again. We're likely to see Edge and Beth Phoenix become or be victorious at the Elimination Chamber in the matchup, of course, against Rhea and Finn, and then Rhea can go on and do bigger things at WrestleMania, of course, taking on Charlotte, where I think she'll be victorious. Now, overall, it was an alright show. I mean, this was very much geared up towards the Elimination Chamber, and we knew that. Of course, we didn't see Alexa Bliss again. I wouldn't worry. I think things are going to pick up big time in the Alexa Bliss, Uncle Howdy, Bray Wyatt storyline post-Elimination Chamber. That's really going to ramp up, so don't worry about that. I'm going to give it a C-. Like, it wasn't groundbreaking, but it was solid, but we kind of never expected it to be an A+ anyway. So, overall, pretty happy with it. Thank you so much for watching the video. As always, be really appreciative if you can like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new, and we'll catch you in the next one.